Hello, Charlie here again. This question always and always in my list. I always receive that question from the people who start to working. I always receive that question from the audience. I'm giving the speech or the training. That is the one of the main issue. It's not only issue here, is actually issue all over the world, which is alcohol. The question is, how do you handle drunk people? How do you handle that situation? And how do you look at it? Because my audience and friends worldwide and who I talk to know that I always put some philosophy in it, some science in it, and some personal journey in it, and then explain. Let me explain that how I look at the alcohol and drunk people and what happened, and how I live with that. I was working one of the nicest place you can possibly. It was a very nice, and it was around midnight. I received a call from the bartender saying that we're having little issues with one of the gentlemen here. Would you please take care of it? I went there. He had only 2 beer. I tried to explain him, and he was very drunk, and I started talking seriously, very bad way, and all the terrible word you can possibly use. But as I mentioned, I'm a food and beverage manager, so I have to deal with those kind of problem, and this is my lifestyle, and I'm not gonna give up on this. But it was very hard. In a moment, I get little bit sad, I would say, and I said, let me just go to bathroom and wash my face and hand. And I wasn't, while in the bathroom, then here comes our gentleman. He walked in. He didn't even see me. I was there. He was very drunk. He opened the one of the little bathroom where the bathroom bowl is, and he was about to throw up. He couldn't even close the door. I was just literally looking at him. Around the bathroom bowl, I guess people pee around, and he had to go on his knee, and then he had the gray pants, and I can see that knees are getting dirty, and all over the pee was everywhere, and on his arms, legs, and it's around, and it was just like a very weird situation. And the lid was up, and he was holding the literally bathroom bowl, which is, you can see that it's wet around too. And when you look at the bathroom bowl, there's a marks there, and what is that? I was just thinking myself, how can you just go that down? How can you just be in this kind of situation, or how can you put yourself in this kind of situation? And here comes throwing up, and I still had to wait over there and see if he's okay, because he was the person who was at the bar and was serving. There's some definitely health issues, and I still need to take care of that. And then after the throw up, it was very powerful. I guess it made him tired. He literally put his head side of the bowl and never made for your face. It was a different part of your body. And I was just thinking in a moment, and how is that possible? What is this? And I still had to help him and let him sit, give him a water, and he started crying, and he started explaining and what is the situation. He got a little miserable life this moment. He's having a lot of problem with this. As I mentioned, I'm not in the person who's in charge, and I totally understand everybody having a problem and issues, but alcohol is not the answer for it. And when I try to explain the new generation, and the people who's going to start working with us, or the family member, or the friends, or the audience, and there's a little bit of science and philosophy after the alcohol, then you will understand how I look at the alcohol like that. So when you start to putting the drink into your body, and it is actually stopping the blood flowing all the way up the forehead, Behind the forehead, there is the part of your brain which is your decision-making part, and literally it's getting numb, and you're making all that impulsive decisions. And this is just, when you put more alcohol, this is actually constantly happening. But I want you to understand this: alcohol is not changing your moral, it's not changing your ethic, it is actually changing your behavior. I have had a lot of friends, I was thinking they were my friend until they had a couple of drinks, and then actually they showed their real face. So alcohol is changing the people behavior in a moment, and that actually gives me a lot of answers, and who are they, what kind of person, why this has happened to them, and I don't look at it anything serious. And this is your personal life, this is your personal things, you can do that, but we're seeing actually your real personality, and comes out and causing all that problem. I want you to be careful about that, because you're not only person and in this place or at that area, you're in the public. That actually shows a lot of things about. When I explained it this way, and I don't take anything serious about what's the drunk people says, and what's the people who has a lot of alcohol or alcohol issues, because that's the reality there. And also alcohol is a different, the male and female, and having a different issues, we know that. And I try to teach this one, because let's say martini drinker is different than beer drinker. So, and when I go and ask the bartender what was the drink he's been having, and when they say the beer, started talking a different way, and a martini or the gin and tonic kind of drinks are a different way. So those kind of things, it's very serious in my life, and I want you to understand this, and I try to explain to everybody. That's why alcohol shows the real people, and I'll take it. And be careful while you're driving, and be careful if you're staying in the hotel, because we've had those kind of issues. We have seen it before, and people drinking and sleeping, and they're choking themselves. Those kind of issues out there. I want you to know that. Thank you.